Thanks, Groovy Chick, for the shout outs and challenge accepted. You actually picked the perfect day to challenge me to do an awareness video wearing all of my super snazzy Zazzle awareness gear because I was traveling across the United States from Florida to Oregon to see my boy graduate high school on Saturday. So I decided to go ahead and get all decked out so everyone who saw me would see the good old logo here and maybe do a little Googling, especially after they saw what they saw, that it would maybe spark their curiosity and they would learn a little bit more about Mal de Debarquement. So good opportunity. I wanted to document my trip. I did snap some really good photos when I was able to, so I will be linking those to the video. I also will be linking Groovy Chick's YouTube channel in the description of the video, a link to her channel, so that way you guys can go ahead and jump on her channel and subscribe to her channel as well. She is a fellow warrior, MDDS warrior, who does her part to shine a light on Mal de Debarquement Syndrome. And she makes some pretty fantastic videos, and they're always very fact-filled and well-organized and very well put together. So go check her channel out. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on what it was like to travel with Mal de Debarquement for the very first time, especially someone who is still very new into this journey, being in it for about 5 months now. I'm still very triggered by noise and lights and motion, and thank God my thoughtful hubby arranged a gate-to-gate wheelchair for me, because it would have been a lot harder to navigate. We had one layover in Denver, but it would have been a lot harder to navigate our travels without that luxury of having help from the United workers and the wheelchair. So basically, the minute we show up at the airport, I was greeted with a wheelchair. Hallelujah. Even though if you look at my channel, I am all about pushing myself, walking and dancing, but I also know I am a fall risk, and I have to be safe, and I have to be responsible. And when I get around certain triggers, I become a fall risk, plain and simple. And I didn't also become a huge burden for the people around me as well, to keep me from falling, because not only am I a fall risk, but I'm dead weight. I'm a sack of potato, dead weight fall risk. So the lights, the noises, the busyness, the people zooming in every single direction was too much. So I actually have this great carry-on bag that is just kind of like I don't even know the word right now for it. I'm so triggered. It's the end of the day and I'm just fried, so my brain is not quite functioning at peak performance for me. Anyways, so I basically had to stick my head inside my carry-on bag. Yeah, so so there's that. Stick my head in my carry-on bag because it was, you know, an open bag. So I stuck my head in my bag like an ostrich sticks their head in the sand. And that's how we navigated the airport. Thank God for my husband, and he had my boarding pass and my ID, and he was already pre-check, so I was technically able to do pre-check as well. They tried to get me to stand up and go through security, and I went, woo, and they said, never mind. So they just took me through and rubbed me down a little bit with check for chemicals and, you know, that kind of stuff, drugs, and all they're gonna find is some Klonopin and Topamax. Anyways, so the plane ride itself actually wasn't that bad. I took everybody's advice in the group forum online. If you haven't found it already, it's on Facebook, and I believe it's called MDDS and Friends. But it is a support group for us warriors, and it's a wealth of knowledge for especially for us newbies. So I did my research and I got the special earplugs, the ear planes, to regulate the pressures in my ears. I took Sudafed, I took an extra helping of Klonopin, and I wore my hat to cover the overhead, to shield my eyes from the overhead lights. I also had my Theraspec glasses that are supposed to help cut out some of the light sensitivities. And I sat right in front of the wing in a window seat. So when we were taking off and landing, I looked out at the horizon. When there was turbulence, people thought I was really probably strange, but I really don't care. But when there was turbulence, as I was looking out at the horizon, I was actually stomping my feet into the plane, like onto the floor, to tell my brain that I was still here on Earth, on land. Well, not on land technically, but you know, just to these were just little things that I had read. My doctor told me to also do Afrin nasal spray the day before, the day of, and the day after. So I did that as well. So as far as flying goes, I did really well. It was actually really interesting because when I got up to go to the bathroom, I could walk straight on the plane. The minute I got off the plane, I was a hot mess. So I thought that was really interesting. So the only snafus we really hit just was in the wheelchair, and I think it was the airport in Denver. There's like 4 different flights that of 4 levels we had to go down to get to our next gate, and I can't do elevators, so we had to keep getting in and out of the chair, and I had to get on the escalator, and I was wobbling on the escalator, and my husband was having to hold me up, and so it was not easy. I definitely would not be able to travel alone at this point. We definitely learned that. I got a little emotional, I'm not gonna lie. And I think my husband and I were ready to wring each other's necks by the end of the trip. But once we got to Oregon, we were so glad to be here, and we went and got some pizza and sat outside by the river and breathed in the fresh air and just wondered at the beauty that Oregon has to offer, and spent the rest of the day just kind of relaxing. And I got to see my baby, which just fills my heart. So overall, the actual flying wasn't bad. It was the airports that were a killer for me. But, you know, thank God for the gate-to-gate wheelchair. You can ask for it as a complimentary service and they will honor it for you. So they are there to help you as a resource. So it's not impossible, I guess, to fly by yourself. But just know that service is there, and then all of the tips that all of the other warriors gave me worked, and I didn't have any really major rebound. I was really pretty triggered, just extra tired, and can't really carry on conversation for very long. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this video short. Actually, I think that's all that I have to say, other than like I said before, thank you Groovy Chick for the shout out and for the challenge. And I'm gonna go ahead and include her link to her page in the description of my video, so you guys can go check her out and subscribe to her channel. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you just hit the little bell next to subscribe, and that's all you have to do to subscribe to either one of our channels. So like, share, shine a light on Mal de Debarquement Syndrome. This is June Awareness Month, so this is the month to do it. This is the month to help us get the word out there. And yeah, thank you so much for listening, and God bless you guys.